Something interesting is happening on YouTube right now. Content has never been cheaper or easier to make, and it shows. But here's what almost no one has figured out yet. The difference between making a video and producing a video. Because the best YouTube channel isn't the one with the most uploads. It's the one that means something to the people watching it. And that kind of channel, it absolutely exists still in 2026. High quality content absolutely dominates this platform still. Higher retention, better click-through rates, real conversations, an audience that actually wants to come back. So the problem was actually never YouTube, and surprisingly it never was AI. It's that almost nobody is actually producing their content, they're just making it. In this video, I'm walking you through the full process, idea to upload, of how to produce a YouTube video that actually stands out amongst the AI slop out there and survive the flood of low quality content. Whether you just started or you've been posting for months with nothing to show for it, or you're an established business trying to make YouTube work for you, this process works. So let me paint a picture I'm guessing you know pretty well. You've got an idea, you think it's good, you spend time on it, and you hit upload, and you sit there, refreshing YouTube Studio, watching the view counter move. You wait a week, nothing changes, so you try again. New topic, maybe a better thumbnail this time, 2,000 views if you're lucky, and somewhere in the cycle you're starting to wonder, is it me? Is it the algorithm? Is AI killing everything? And here's the thing, it's probably not what you think. The creators who are generally growing right now aren't working harder. They're not posting more, they're not doing something most people skipped entirely, they're producing content. Everyone in the YouTube space right now is talking about AI like it's the end of something. And it's not. It's actually the best thing that could happen for anyone willing to produce proper content. Produce being the key word here. The barrier to entry on YouTube has never been lower, and it shows. Same information, same topics, same delivery, just packaged differently enough to technically count as original content. Chasing posting schedules and platform guidelines instead of actually giving a viewer a reason to care. And we all feel it. But the gap this creates for anyone willing to actually care about what they put out is real, and it's growing every day. The quantity chasers are playing the wrong game entirely. The bar has dropped so far that genuine quality stands out like a diamond in the rough. And this is not a hard time to be on YouTube. It's actually the best time to be on YouTube if you understand what the game actually is. So before the process, let's just check if you're actually in this trap, and what does this quantity trap look like? It looks like posting every day with no plan, spreading thin across 5 platforms, outsourcing the script to AI, the edit to AI, the thumbnail to AI, 10 views after 3 months, and you're still blaming the algorithm. If you're producing average content across too many platforms, you're not in a room where views are being distributed. Callaway Marketing actually said it best.
The algorithm doesn't really punish you for being bad. Yeah, you get no views, but it really punishes you for being average.
And right now, the average is drowning. Most people respond to this by posting more. That is the wrong answer. I know this because I've seen both sides of it. Worked on a channel early on where the first video was properly researched, it had a decent hook, solid topic, and it got 1,200 views in 65 days. Not great. But when we went back and looked at what was actually pulling views in the niche, checked engagement rates, not just the view counts, tested thumbnails, wrote hooks based on what was actually proven to work, the 8th video on that same channel, 3,000 views in under 3 days, 62% intro retention, 7% click-through rate, with the same creator, same niche, completely different process. And that's the difference between making a video and producing one. So let me walk you through exactly what that process might look like. The first thing most people get wrong is the idea itself. They open their phone, think of something they want to talk about, and make the video. No validation, no research, just gut feeling. Then they wonder why it gets no views. But here's the question you should be asking them instead. Is there evidence that people are actively looking for this? Go on YouTube, search your topic, look at what's getting views in your space, not to copy, but to validate. If similar videos have 50,000, 100,000, or even more views, The demand is proven. The market has told you it wants this. But here's the check most people skip. Look at the engagement. Not just views. A video with 100,000 views, but terrible likes and no comment, is just hype or even paid views. What you want is proof that people actually cared and not just clicked. Validate the idea before you fall in love with it, and then move to the packaging. Most people treat the thumbnail like an afterthought. Film the video, edit the video, make a thumbnail while slapping something together, but truth be told, that's actually backwards. The thumbnail and the title get the click, so before anyone's heard a word you said, they're already deciding, does this look worth clicking? Does this person look credible? Is this promising something I actually want? The approach that actually works. Find formats already performing in your niche and remix them. Don't clone them, remix them. Take the emotion, the layout, the contrast, and apply it to your topic. And on the topic of remixing things, AI thumbnails. They're fine only when they're done at a high quality. A high quality AI thumbnail sometimes beats a poorly raw shot one, and the play isn't AI or raw, it's quality either way. What doesn't work is an AI thumbnail that looks like 30 seconds. This signals the same thing as the dark blurry selfie that no one really cared. And if no one cared about the thumbnail, why would anyone trust the content? Why would anyone care about your content? Thumbnail first, always, before you film. The hook is the only part of your video that has to earn the viewer before they trust you. 30 seconds, that's all you have. And most hooks waste it by starting with the creator, not the viewer. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to blah, blah, blah. No one cares, not yet. The framework that works, and you'll see it work in almost every high performing video if you look, is proof, problem, promise. Start with proof. Something that signals this is real and not just AI written expertise. A result, a number, a real thing that happened. Then you want to hit the problem, the exact frustration the person watching already has. Then the promise. Here's what you're walking away with in that order. Proof earns the right to talk about the problem. Problem makes the viewer feel understood, and the promise gives them a reason to stay. Your hook is the most important investment in the entire video. More time there, every time. Think about the last time you walked into an Apple shop. From the moment you step in, you know what you're getting. Clean, consistent, everything is in its place. The environment alone tells you this company is serious, that this company actually cares. Your YouTube channel is your store, and your setup is the front window. Before a viewer hears a single word you say, they're reading your environment. They're asking, does this person take what they're doing seriously? I've seen creators selling high-ticket coaching from a dark room with a laptop camera pointing at a pile of boxes. Now think for a minute, what kind of signal is that sending? You're charging thousands for your expertise, but you haven't spent $100 on a ring light. That contradiction doesn't go unnoticed, and it costs trust before you even opened your mouth. A proper lighting setup costs less than $200 on Amazon. A softbox, a ring light, some depth in the background, and you're done. If you're selling any kind of service and you can't justify that, what does that tell your viewer? The setup isn't about being cinematic, it's about signaling care. And care is the thing that viewers are deciding whether they can trust. The edit doesn't need to be cinematic. It doesn't need insane motion graphics, and it doesn't need crazy color grading. It needs to be edited by someone who watched it back and thought, does this feel right? AI editing is starting to show, the same way AI writing shows. Viewers are getting better at spotting it, even if they can't name themselves what's off. Simple and clean beats flashy and lazy every time. And that level of care is generally rare right now amongst most people. And of course, that will stand out. Most CTAs are an afterthought. The video ends. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe, but that's not a CTA. That's a lazy habit. A proper CTA does one thing, and one thing only. It moves the viewer to the next logical step in their journey with you. Mid-video CTAs work because they catch the viewer at the moment they're most engaged, right in the middle of getting value. If you have something relevant to point them to, that's where it goes. Just be quick and brief. nobody likes a long CTA. Let me pull this together. AI can script a video, it can generate thumbnails, and it can even now edit. It's getting better at all of this every single month, but there's one input it absolutely cannot replace, and that's you. Your perspective, your specific frustration, the way you explain things, the honesty when something didn't work, that is what builds a channel. The creators who are going to keep winning on YouTube are not the ones who are posting the most, they're the ones whose videos people will actually look forward to seeing. Stop making videos and start producing them.